Next one is the modify toolbar. Modify toolbar. Modify toolbar. By using modify tools, by using modify tools, by using modify tools, by using modify tools, we can modify the existing designs. You can modify the existing designs. You can modify the existing designs. You can modify the existing designs. Okay. Next one is the modify toolbar. Now see here. Again same thing, this entire one is the modify tools. Again this is the pull down format. Again same thing, this is the, now this is the icon base toolbar format. Okay. Again you can place modify toolbar to okay. Now write down, first one is the arrays. First one is the arrays. What is the use of the arrays? What is the use of the arrays?
Matrix arrays.
Again you can completely erase the designing geometries. Okay. Now see here. Now select this one. Just I am going to design one design. Just I am going to design one design. The arrays command is E. Just write down. The arrays command is E. The arrays command is E. The arrays command is E. Okay. Next one. Now see here. E enter. Type command as a E. Enter. Select object. Now I am going to erase this object and this object. Then you can press the enter. Okay. Now this is the command operation. Now this is the command operation. Again undo. Okay. Directly I am going to select the object. Then you can apply delete button in the keyboard. Delete button in the keyboard. Again that is the command operation. This is directly shortcut operation. Okay. Again I am going to delete. Again undo operation. Then next. Again I am going to delete entire designs in the display. Entire designs in the display. What happened? Control A for all. Again you can apply the delete. Again Control J. Again same thing. Again you can delete entire thing by using command method. Command is erase option. Again E enter. Then you can select all the geometries. Again how to select all the geometries? Same thing, Control A or otherwise window selection. Now this is the what type of selection? Window selection. Now see here. Now this one, this is nothing but single selection, individual selection. Okay. How to select multiple objects? Now same thing, you can drag the nothing but in the method of window selection. Select the first point, then you can select next point. Okay. Same thing, apply enter. That is the erase operation. Just write down. Erase. E enter. Select objects to be erased. Select objects to be erased. Enter. Select objects to be erased. Enter. Okay. Again in bracket, individual selection or window selection. Any selection. Individual selection or window selection. Individual selection or window selection. Okay. Any type as per the requirement. Okay. Then that is about the erase option. Then again you can write down. Next one is the trim operation. Just write down the trim. Next one is the trim operation. Command is trim, tr. Command is tr. Command is tr. First you can write down one note. Just write down the note. Just write down the note. Trim command followed by double enter. Trim command followed by double enter. Then that means we can enter 2 times. Tr double enter. The trim command followed by double enter. The trim command followed by double enter. The trim command followed by double enter. Now see here, what is the use of the trim now? Now I am going to design one design here. Just I am going to design one design here. Okay. Now what is the use of the erase operation? What is the, again trim also similar to erase. But we can see what is the difference here. Now E enter. Now I am going to select this one, enter. What happened?
Deleted.
Again the entire line to be deleted. The entire line to be deleted. The entire line to be deleted. Again undo operation, same thing. Now my requirement is you can delete from this endpoint to this endpoint only. Nothing but in this region. Just this one. You can delete this one. By using trim option, we can trim the, nothing but you can delete the, you can erase the geometries up to next edge. Up to next edges. Now tr double enter. Tr double enter. Just I am going to select this one. What happened? The element erasing up to next edge. The element erase up to next edge. Again I am going to select this one. What happened? Next edge. Select this one. What happened? Next edge. Now see here. Just E enter. Now I am going to select this one. What happened? The total line is deleted from the design. Again undo operation. Again you can apply tr double enter. Okay. Again you can select this one. Select the region to be trim. Select the region to be trim. Select this one. Okay. Again the trim command having, again this is the direction. Now up to this one is the direct selecting one, individual selection. Then again you have different types of internal commands. First write down up to this one. tr double enter. tr double enter. Select the trim region. Select objects with respect to trim region. Select objects with respect to trim region. Okay. Select objects with respect to trim region. Then again that is about the trim. Now see here, again I am going to select this one. That is the process. Okay. Again undo operations. Okay. Again coming back to same design, nothing but undo operation. Now again you can see the internal commands. tr double enter. Again what are the internal?
Fence, cross.
Again what are the internal commands? Fence, crossing, project, edge, erase, undo. Fence, crossing, project, edge, erase, undo. Just write down the internal commands first. Fence, crossing, project, edge, erase, undo. Again see here, erase also one of the internal command of the trim. Again first you can see the, just write down. First one fence, next one is the crossing, next one project, edge, erase, undo. Okay. First one is the erase. Select this object, enter. What happened?
Total line was deleted.
Total line deleted. Again the trim command still,
Erase.
the trim command still enable condition. Again you can select the next one. First you can activate the internal command, then you can select the next one, enter. Okay. Again I'm going to apply undo. Undo means
Backward.
same thing. Okay, that is about the erase is nothing but same, similar to erase operation. Again erase also one of the internal command of the trim. Then again next one is the fence. Now this one is the fence. Fence is nothing but you can delete multiple objects, you can delete multiple trims, you can apply the multiple trims by designing one fence line. Now I am going to trim this one, again trim this one and this one, all the lines. Now while designing that one, you can apply the, just you can design one fence line. Just select this one. Now this is my first point of the fence line. Now this is the next point, next fence line, next. Just you can design one fence line. You can trim the object by designing one fence line. And then next point, that's it. Just apply the, after designing the fence line, just apply enter. Again what happened? With respect to my fence line, you can design the, with respect to fence line, you can trim the objects. Okay. Again the usage is very small. Just for tool purpose I am explaining. The usage is very small. Okay. Just try it. Again undo. Same thing. Again see here. Again I am going to design one fence line in this region now. Again fence. Now I am going to design from in this area. Again see here.
Only local lines are deleted.
Cutting region, inside region only. Just write down fence, design fence line, enter. Design fence line, enter. That is about the fence. And next one is the crossing. Next one is the crossing. Now see here, what is the use of the crossing? Now again I am going to apply cross selection. Again what is the use of the cross selection? We can done multiple trims. Now see here, crossing. Just I am going to select the objects in the format of crossing. Nothing but window selection. Again what happened? What are the extra edges present in the inside region? All are under trim condition. Now see here. Now this time again select the crossing. Now I am going to select this one. Okay. Now first trim, second trim. Now see here. Again Control Z. Now this is the one line. Again this is the second line. Now select the crossing. Again select in this format. See here. Trim. Okay. That is about the crossing. Total
design delete.
Again what is the use of the total design deleting? Now see here, Control Z again for this example, first, second. Now this is a direct process. Again undo. Again you can apply the crossing. Select the entire geometries by window selection. That's it. That is the use of the crossing. Just write down. Select crossing. Select the geometries. Select the trimming geometries by window selection. Select the geometries by window selection. Select the geometries by window selection. That's it. Okay. Then see here. Next one is the project. Again this project related to 3D. This one related to 3D. I will explain this one in 3D. Okay. Again this project related to 3D. Just I will explain this one in 3D. Then next one is the edge. You have two internal commands in edge option, extend and no extend. Just write down first. Extend, again classified into two internal commands, extend and no extend, extend and no extend. Okay. Now see here, same thing, tr double enter, edge. Currently what is the condition? No extend, no extend. Same thing, again I am going to set the extend. What happened? Just I am going to select this one. What happened here? Just apply the control Z. What happened? Now I am going to apply edge extend. Extend means, now see here, just I am going to select this one. What is the nearest edge for this side? Now see here, what is the nearest edge? Again with respect to this line, with respect to this line, which one is the nearest opening? This is the nearest opening edge, nearest opening edge. By using extend operation, by using edge extend operation, we can trim the line up to nearest edge, up to nearest edge. Now again select here. Now I am going to select the extend. Now I am going to select this one. Again select this one. Again see here. Again this is the nearest edge with respect to this edge. Okay. Again you can select the one more time. No edges. Okay. Again see here. Again control Z. Okay. Again edge. You can select the no extend. Now this time you can select this line. Again what happened? There is no edges. That's why it's not deleting. Okay. Now you can see this one. No edges. Just see here. Again what happened? Total line. Again with respect to this line, which is the nearest line? Now in this direction, this is the nearest line. But I am going to apply the no extend. No extend means we can delete the. Now see here. Now with respect to this line, which one is the nearest edge? This is the nearest edge somewhat. Again I am going to apply edge, no extend. No extend means total entire line up to the designing edges, up to the designing edges. Okay. Now that is about the extend of control Z. Now for this example, edge, first you can set extend, select this one. Okay. Now the trim taking up to this extend. Okay. Then again edge, set it to, first you can apply control Z for this one. Okay. Again select the edge as a no extend. Again you can select this one, entire region, entire trim region. That is the about edge operation. That is about the edge operation. Now see, unfortunately I am going to trimming here. Now this is not actual trimming. Unfortunately I am going to take mistake here. Unfortunately I done mistake here. Again you can apply the extend operation. Just what is the current operation? Trim operation. Current operation is the trim. Now again I am going to apply the trim operation by pressing shift button. By pressing the shift button. Again unfortunately I am going to trim here. Unfortunately I am going to trim here. Again I am going to apply undo operation, or otherwise we can apply the extend. You can apply the extend. Extend is nothing but by pressing shift. Again the command is the trim operation. Again trim with shift gives extend operation. Again I am going to select this one. Again what happened? Again what happened here? Trimming. Again trimming back. Again without shift trimming. Again with shift extend. Without shift trimming. With shift trimming. Okay. Just try that. Set any one of them, extend or no extend. Set any one of them, extend or no extend as per the requirement. As per the requirement. Then select the object with respect to trim region. Then select the object with respect to trim region. Okay. Then next one. Next one, trim plus shift plus trim operation. Shift plus trim operation. That is nothing but shift plus is nothing but pressing shift and select the trim operation. Shift plus trim operation gives extend. Shift plus trim operation gives extend. Gives extend. Okay. That is about the trim operation. That is about the trim operation here. Now see here. Again, same thing, same designs. What is meant by trim? Again, same design here. Again, what is meant by trim? Trim is nothing but erasing. Trim is nothing but erasing. Again, you can see one more command. Next one is the extend. Just write down. Next one is the extend. Command is ex. Command is ex. Command is ex. Command is ex. Same thing. Ex double enter. This one also. Extend command also followed by double enter. Ex double enter. Again, you can design symbol 2 times. Okay. Extend also followed by double enter. Okay. Again, same thing here. Trim means erasing. Extend means extend the select object. Extend the selected objects. Extend the selected objects. Now see here. Extend. Now directly you go with command method ex double enter. Then same internal commands: fence, crossing, project, edge, undo. Trim means erasing, extend means extending. Same thing. Now select this one. Now again what happened? Extending up to next edge. Again select this one. Up to
next edge.
Up to next edge. Next edge. Okay. Then again next one is the fence. Again you can apply the extend operation by designing one fence line. Now this is the first line, second one, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, something. I can see here automatically extend with respect to fence line. I can apply the control Z, coming back, control Y, no operation. Again next, okay. Next one is the crossing, similar to this one. Just I am going to cross this region. Again see here, first extend, second extend. I mean crossing this one, no extend lines. Okay. Again select this one, 2 lines. Again select this one, more lines. Select this one. Depend upon the usage. Next one is the project related to 3D. Again same thing, edge extended, no extend. Same thing here. Again extend means up to next edge. No extend means up to last. Up to last. Same thing. Now see here, what happened? Extending. Again same thing. Unfortunately I am going to apply the extend operation. Again immediately you can apply control Z, or otherwise you can apply again shift plus extend operation. Shift plus extend operation gives trimming. Shift plus extend operation gives trimming. Again without shift means extend. Shift plus trim operation gives extend. Shift plus extend operation gives trim. Just write on this. Just write on the internal commands. Procedure. Just write on the procedure. Ex double enter. Ex double enter. Ex double enter. Ex double enter. Select geometries to be extend with respect to extend region. Select geometries to be extend with respect to extend region. With respect to extend region. That is the simple procedure. Then you can write down the internal commands: fence, crossing, project, edge, undo. Fence, crossing, project, edge, undo. Again all are similar to trim operation. All internal commands, all extend internal commands similar to trim internal commands. Okay, just add it. All internal command procedures similar to trim internal commands. All extend internal commands procedure similar to trim internal commands. Okay. Then again next shift place extend gives next note shift place extend operation. Shift place extend operation gives trimming operation. Shift place extend gives trim. Okay, that is about the extend. Then again next, now next one, just wait, modify, break, just add on the next one is the break. Command is br, again modify break, command is br. What is the use of the break option? By using break command you can break the selected geometry, and specify the opening space. Then I am going to design one rectangle. Okay, again I am going to design one line here. Okay, same br, enter, single time only, br enter. Next select object to be break, now this is my object to be break. Again see here, now I am going to select in this location, now defaultly the selected point, the selecting object point act as a first breaking point. Then you can select the next point. Okay, again this is the first point, again this is the second point. How to design the first point? First point is nothing but selecting object location. The first point generating at the location of object selection. Again see here, again br enter. Now I am going to select object in this location. In this location the first point will be taking. This is the first point location, first breaking point. Again you can select the second breaking point. Now this is the operation. Again you can see, now again you can change the first breaking point also. Again you can change the location of the first breaking point also. br enter. Now defaultly the selecting object location act as a first breaking point. Now this is my first breaking point. Now again I am going to modify the first breaking point also, For that purpose I am going to select internal command as a first point. Again I am going to specify the now select object act as a first breaking point. Now this time again I am going to select the internal command. Again I am going to specify the first breaking point, next breaking point. Okay, that is the use of the break operation. Again see here for this example also. Again br enter. Select object to be break. Again the select object location is nothing but first breaking point. That is the default method. Again you can also change the first breaking point by using internal command, first point. Again I am going to specify the first breaking point, second breaking point. Now for this example the breaking taking in this location, but my selection is in this location. Why means I am going to use the internal command here. Now I am going to use here internal command. That is about the break operation. Just add br enter. Select object in brackets the select object location act as a first breaking point. the select object location act as a first breaking point. Okay, next select the second breaking point. 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 Okay, now next note by using first point internal command, 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 we can also edit the first breaking point. We can also edit the first breaking point. That is the result of the first point. Okay, then next one is the next command is the join. Next command is the join. J enter. Join J enter. Command is J. Now see here, J enter, J enter, select the objects, enter, joining, again J enter. Again what happened here? Again this is the single object. Again this entire one act as a single object. For that purpose you cannot apply the join operation here. Okay. Then again next. Now for this type of examples, directly you can design the line with respect to this point to this point. Okay. Again Control J. J enter. Select the first object, enter. Select the second object, enter. Just try that.
Join out.
Single line. Again multiple. Now see here what happened. Both the lines in the same direction. Now see here. Again I am going to design two lines in this format. First line. Again design second lines. Okay. Again I am going to design line here. Now I am going to apply the join here. Now I am going to apply join. J enter. Select the first and again select the second. What happened? Enter. What happened?
Join out.
Cannot be joined. Why means? Why means both lines in the different directions. Both the lines in different directions. While applying joining, the two lines must and should be having same direction. The two lines must and should be having same direction. So J enter. Select this one. Again select this one. Enter. Again see here. Now these two are the different direction. That's why joining cannot to be applied here. That is about the join. Just write down. J enter. J enter. Select first object. Select second object. Enter. Select source object. Nothing but first object is nothing but source object. Select the source object. Select the source object. Select the source object. Next select the joining object. Enter. Next select the joining object. Enter. J enter. Select the source object. Select the source object. Next select the join object. Joining object. Enter. That is the procedure. Then next one, join is over. Again next one is the explode. Write down the command X explode. Command is X. Command is X. Explode. Command is the X. Now see what is the use of the explode option. Explode is important for civil plans. Okay. Now I am going to design one rectangle here. Now again I am going to design same thing by using lines. What is the difference between line and polyline? What is the difference between line and polyline? Line, the entire design acts as a multiple entities by designing line. Again, by using directly, you can the entire design act as a single entity. How to convert multiple to single entity? How to convert multiple to single? Now see here. Currently this one is the single entity. Again this is the multiple entities. Now by using region operation, you can convert multiple entities of a design into single entity. Then next my requirement is again you can convert single entity to multiple. For that purpose you can use a command as a explode. Just write down the definition. By using explode command, you can convert single entity of a design into multiple entities. By using explode command, you can convert you can convert single entity of a design into multiple entities of a design. Okay now what is the command? Command is x. Command is x enter. Select object. Again I am going to select this object also. Enter. Now what happened? Single entity of the design converted to multiple entity. Just start the procedure. X enter. Select objects. Enter. That is a simple procedure. Okay. Then next one. Next write down the next one is the move command. Already explained. Move. Command is M. What is the procedure? Now see here. M enter. Select objects to be move. Enter. Select the base moving point. Now we can specify the new location point. Now I am going to attach with respect to this end point. Again apply the move. M enter. Now I am going to select this object. Again select the base point. Specify the new location point. That's it. Just write. M enter. Now see here. Modify. Now this is the move. Okay. M enter. Select objects to be moved. Enter. Select the base point. Then specify the new location. That is about the move command. Next one is the mirror. Command is mi. Now see here. Now I am going to design one circle. Again one more circle. Again I am going to design one rectangle. Now I am going to design two lines here. Just practice purpose you can design the center lines. Mirror practice purpose you can design the center lines. While designing 2D exercises you have automatic center reference. For practice purpose you can design the mirror lines. Just I am going to design the first mirror line. Again second mirror line. Again I am going to same design with respect to this line other side. Again these two with respect to this one. Now what is the procedure? Simple thing. Mi enter, select objects to be mirror, enter, select the first point of the mirror line, select the second point of the mirror line, enter. Again what happened? Now this is a mirror image of this object. Now this is a mirror image of this object with respect to this center line. With respect to this center line. Again mi enter. Now this time I am going to select this one, and again you can select this one. Enter. Select the first point of the mirror line. Again you can select the second point of the mirror line. Enter. Okay. Just try that. Mi enter. Mi enter. Select objects to be mirror. Select objects to be mirror. Select objects to be mirror. Enter. Select the first point of the mirror line. Select the first point of the mirror line. Select the first point of the mirror line. Next. Select the second point of the mirror line. Select the second point of the mirror line. Enter. Select the second point of the mirror line. Enter. That is about the mirror. That is about the mirror operation. That is about the mirror operation. Then again we have one more internal command here. Okay, now see here. Control J. Now this is my
Object.
major object. Major
Object.
nothing but parent element. Nothing but parent element. Again apply the mi enter. Select objects to be mirror. Enter. Again select the first point. Again select the second point. After selecting the second point, we have two internal commands.
Yes, sir.
We have two internal commands. Yes sir. No condition. Yes sir. No. S means erasing. Erase the source object. What is the command representation status here?
Source.
Erase source object. Now source object is nothing but parent element. Again the command asking erase the source object. Currently no condition. No condition means we can place parent element and also child element. Parent element and also child element. Again I am going to apply the S condition. Just I am going to set S condition. What happened? Just I am going to set S condition. What happened? We can delete the parent element. Okay, we can delete the parent element. Okay. Again see here. Mi enter. Now this time I am going to select these objects. Enter. Select the first point. Again select the second point. Again defaultly every time mirror command having no erase source object is the no option. Again you have some requirement, then you can select the S option. Okay. Mi enter. Select object. Enter. Select the first point. Select the second point. Enter. That means erase source object is no condition. Erasing source object is no condition. Just write on this point. After selecting second point of the mirror line, note. After selecting second point of the mirror line, you can apply S or no condition of the. You can apply S or no condition of the. You can apply S or no condition of the. You can apply S or no condition of the erasing source object. S or no condition of the erasing source object. Nothing but parent object, parent element. In brackets, parent element. In brackets, parent element. Okay. That is about the mirror operation. That is about mirror operation. So I want to close here. Next class I will explain the remaining things. Okay. Just practice up to this one.
The comments is సార్ అంటే వచ్చినవి వస్తున్నాయి కదా
ఏంటి
కమెంట్స్ ఆల్మోస్ట్.
ఒక నిమిషం